had brown eyes. I mean, they're very close up. There's nothing light in his eyes at all.
What I'm saying is that nowadays, if they're gonna try to like recreate a picture of Hitler or add color to an image, that's just somebody giving him blue eyes. That's just them altering what.
Well, whatever.
Good try, Rose.
I have no idea.
Good try.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I never paid attention to his eye color. I have no idea.
Mandela effect just on your own memories. That's it. No, I'm sorry, but other people have an opinion in that. But there's other people that agree. So I'm sorry, it's not just you.
It's a collective of people who are wrong.
Yes. Yes. And there's a collective of people who are there's no right or wrong. There's a collective of people that agree with one thing, and there's a collective of people that agree with something else.
There is a
Stop
right
making
or wrong.
it right or wrong.
There is a right or wrong.
There is no right or wrong.
One of them is
There's
correct.
not.
Yes, one of them is correct.
It appears he has.
Well, one of them is
blue
correct.
eyes. The recent things that they found a color, they say he has blue eyes. Do you agree that in this reality he has blue eyes? He has blue eyes.
I guess now
right?
he does.
Okay.
Guess so.
Because I don't remember one way or another whether he had blue or brown growing up. This was never even mentioned to me, so this is the first time I ever thought about it.
Okay. And how old are you?
I know he wasn't blind, really. I never talked about.
Oh, well, just give it a couple of years, and we'll find out he had blonde hair too now. So we never know. We'll give it some time.
We have somebody that would like to.
It's black too, so who knows? Or Jew, or yeah, whatever. Okay, go ahead.
We've got somebody that wants to ask you some questions about the Mandela effect. Are you okay with that?
Sure, that's fine.
Okay, Steve, you want to take over while I add a call here?
Sure. So, I mean, when it comes to this whole, see, the thing that I have a hard time with is when people make correlations where I can't see any correlation. Like when you talk about CERN, you have to have a reason to say just because they're accelerating particles and they're exploding them, or they're smashing them together and they're seeing what comes out of it. You need to have a mechanism by which that can change reality. If you have no explanation, then you just.
I just said it was an opinion. You asked. No, I was asked my opinion. I didn't say it was a fact. I said it was my opinion and other people's opinion. That it possibly could be coming from CERN. It could be coming from a whole other thing. We don't know, but it doesn't matter, really. I mean,
in order to have an informed opinion, in order to have an opinion that matters, you need to have a reason to have that opinion. And without a mechanism to even draw upon by saying this is what causes the change in reality, that's not an opinion. That's just a wild, unsupported guess.
Well, all I can do is go by memory and someone else's memory, and that's it, Steve. Sorry, this isn't a secular discussion right now.
Oh,
it's not secular?
Burn, Steve.
How are you using that word, Rose? Because I don't think that word means what you think it means.
Well,
secular means that you're in a separation of church and state.
Yeah, I know, but this is a memory thing, dude.
We all got shitty memory. Trust
Stop confusing. Okay, well that's fine. I'm not going to sit and argue with you about it. I could just tell you, and that's it. And either you agree or you disagree. It doesn't matter to me. I'm asleep well. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Well, it's to be able to give a reason for your opinion.
Right. It's not just my opinion. It's not me. Look, I didn't create this. This isn't something that I'm my own, that is just happening to me, and now I'm having all these wild ideas. This isn't mine. I didn't do this. So all I can do is relay information and research.
In order for you and everybody else to think.
Yes, we can hear you.
One second.
We can hear you, Jimmy.
For you and everybody else that thinks this way, it doesn't matter how many there are, a billion people that think this way. It still makes a difference if they have to come up with a reason by which they can relate it to CERN. There's no causality. There's no link there. There's no causal link between CERN and what you're saying.
Not everybody who believes in the Mandela effects believe that it's CERN. I said it's an opinion that other people share. I didn't say everybody.
But the ones that do,
you just said you remember colors. You just said you remember colors. Does that mean you believe it's CERN? No, that's silly.
Rose is very passionate about the Mandela effect. Very passionate about the Mandela effect. Mr. Atheist, hello, sir.
Hello.
Too much confusion going on there.
Yeah.
Hi, Rose. My name's Mr. Atheist. We've never met before now, but I definitely do. Yeah, I am an atheist. I am also Mr. Philosophically Agnostic.
That's great. You have any other labels that you want to share? Any other labels?
What do you want to know? Let's see. I'm a Pisces.
He's pansexual.
I like you like label.
He's pansexual.
I'm a pansexual. Yep. I am a liberal.
I'm omnisexual. Whatever.
I'm a Pisces too. That's nice.
Okay.
Look.
Yeah.
Connections.
No, they don't. Pisces don't get along.
So you're talking about right now back to CERN, and I want to start with just some direct questions to make sure I have the full picture before I jump in a little deeper. But you're talking about CERN. So you said that's your opinion, and I get that that's your opinion.
And others,
so I assume that opinion isn't based on nothing. So I'm curious, what is it that you believe the interaction of hydrogen, or you were saying they were colliding God particles, which isn't correct, but what is it you actually think happens? What is your opinion of the actual thing that is causing it to happen? So when they're colliding these particles, how do those particles change reality?
I don't know.
Okay, so you don't actually have an opinion for why it works. It's your opinion that this is what's happening, but you don't know why it's your opinion that that's what's happening? Is that correct? Rose? Hello?
Rose?
Did she drop again accidentally?
Maybe. I hope not, because I just
Get the gloves.
Was my first question so powerful it changed reality, and Rose was never on the show, and it was always me?
Don't worry.
Who's Rose?
We'll all remember this differently in the morning.
Who's,
Go on, Rose.
This was Debbie. This was Debbie we had on, not Rose. Jim. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, who's Debbie? Or now everybody's memory is that I came on and defended the Mandela effect.
Yeah. Yeah, so Jimmy, why do you believe in the Mandela effect? I mean, I hear you're really big in these conspiracy theories.
Well, that's actually a pretty offensive question.
Because you're Pisces.
I really want to hear her answer to some of these questions. So I actually want to back up to when she said that she didn't really answer your question about flawed memory, and she went with it being an insult. But we actually know as a scientific fact that memory is flawed, and that you can actually have lots and lots of people believe the same thing. That doesn't mean it happened. So, and what was really shallow about some of her arguments wasn't that everybody saw. So let's go back with the Hitler one. It wasn't that everybody saw color pictures of Hitler with brown. It was that it was a very popular thing to share and talk about. That isn't it so funny and ironic that he believed in Aryans and yet had brown eyes. And that was just something that entered as popular. You can't use that as a basis for fact. For example, it was popular where I did sex ed in Florida to believe that condoms had a 15% success rate, because that's what all of the religious groups that were teaching sex ed in our schools were telling us. And so that was accepted as common fact. So if I were to now say they did a study recently and now condoms have a 90% success rate, but we all knew it was 15, so this is baloney, obviously something changed. No, we were just wrong in the basis of our knowledge in the first place. By the way, that's a true anecdote. That actually happened. They told us 15%.
Oh, she's back.
Right there.
Rose, you're back.
You guys want to hear something really funny, though? You talk about not premonition, but post-cognition. People are telling me to change my shirt, right? I swear to you people, this is not a joke. Kyle, what did I do literally about 1 minute before we went on air, before Rose got here? What did I just do to myself?
You were talking about getting your gonorrhea medication refilled.
After the gonorrhea.
Oh, the shirt, for sure.
I literally changed my shirt because I had a hole in it.
So Rose...
I literally unchanged my shirt, so you guys are psychic.
Rose, can you answer Mr.
Mr.
Atheist's question?
I need to take a break after this question. Yeah.
Don't we all?
Yeah. So okay. We'll go back to the first question. You said you don't know, so you're saying it is your opinion that it is CERN, but you don't actually know why it is your opinion that it is CERN?
It's possible it could be.
Okay, is it a good reason to believe, though? Because you said it was your opinion, and you're presenting it as though it's something that is it a good reason to believe in something because something is possible?
Yeah.
Okay, so for example, right
something's
now,
possible. I believe in God, but you don't. So yeah, I think I can believe in something just because it's possible. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so, but is it a good reason to believe in something just because it is possible?
It depends on what it is.
Okay, so what are the criteria of when you should believe in something just because it's possible versus
it's your own thing. No, I don't have an answer for that. That's individual. Anyone can believe in whatever they want to believe.
I think you do. I think you're actually saying, no, it's not a good reason to, but people will believe despite that. It is possible that there are invisible fairies manipulating all of us and controlling us as puppets.
That's
true. That a good reason to believe it is true? Now, I am a fairy who sometimes inserts my hand into Kyle to control him like a puppet, but that's not what I'm talking about here.
Oh,
I'm talking about...
Okay, so, this I don't even get what you're trying to say. First off, you're talking a bunch of nonsense. Okay, look, I have my own opinion. I have a right to that opinion. I can believe in whatever I want to believe in, and that's my business. And I don't have to explain why I believe it. Maybe it's just what I believe. Okay?
Well, when you come onto a show to explain...
This isn't a debate. I'm giving you some other people's research and my own, all compiled into one. I didn't make the Mandela effect. I didn't come up with a certain aspect. It was just presented, and I looked into it more, and I found that it was quite compelling.
What research?
That could be
no, that's fine. So you just said it was quite compelling. Earlier, you told me the reason that you... Wait. Let me finish. I kept stopping when you were yelling over me. Earlier, you said you believe it because it's a possibility.
I didn't know I was yelling.
Now you're saying that it was quite compelling. So I would like to know what is compelling about that theory, that it is CERN, that is changing not just the world, indeed the universe, that CERN is the one doing.
Wow. I don't believe in the universe, but whatever. What I'm saying is, when it came to Sally Field and her brother working at CERN and her being a part of a lot of the Mandela effects, I found that that's compelling, because why is a lot of the Mandela effects centered around her when her brother works at CERN? Also, and then also with all the different experiments that they're doing and all the things that I feel that they shouldn't be doing, I think it's dangerous what they're doing at CERN. And it could be a bleed through of what they're doing. Yeah, what's wrong with that?
What year did the Large Hadron Colliders turn on?
I don't know. You tell me. I'm not claiming I know everything about CERN, so go ahead, tell me.
Okay. Well, before we do that, what year did we first start hearing that Hitler's eyes were blue?
Yeah. It just started. I just heard about that actually today. I just thought it was would be fun to put out.
Okay.
Yeah, I just heard about it. Yeah.
If people existed who could tell you...
they weren't blue. I have to look into it.
If people existed, because apparently you only need testimony of people's memories to take it on their word. If people existed who told you that prior to whenever the Large Hadron Collider turned on, that they had learned about the truth of his blue eyes, that would eliminate the possibility that the Large Hadron Collider was causing the Mandela effect, correct?
I don't care if it's CERN that's... Okay, first off, you're being rude, and you said that it doesn't take much for me to believe something that someone else has said.
That's not what I said.
That's
not what I said.
Testimonies, it doesn't take much for me to believe their testimonies. That's what you just said.
No, I said you said... What I said was, it only takes the testimony of people's memory to accept that memory actually happened, which is a standard you've set over and over in this case, because you've told us, no, you're wrong because I remember it this way. The reaction was,
I never said anyone was wrong.
Couldn't your memory be wrong? And you said, no, and it's insulting that you say that, because that's what religious people do when they're confronted with reasonable reactions to their stuff. And yes, there are right and wrong exist as they do exist.
Well, we're wrong to right when it comes to personal memories. You can't tell somebody